one of our speakers at the Global World Festival, Dallas, 16th of July, Dr. Opie Banwo, as they call him here in the US. Come
on. Bless you, man.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Temi. Good to see you, and I love listening to you. You've got the spirit, and thank you, Dr. Stephen. I always say it, you remain one of those prime examples of people who really want to grow. And when I say these things, you think I'm hyping you up. You know me better. You know I'm a straight shooter. I don't hype. If I don't think you deserve it, I won't be doing it. Because it takes a lot to impress me. I've seen a lot of very smart people. I've seen a lot of dumb people. I've seen a lot of hustlers. I've seen everybody. So it takes a while to be impressed. And Stephen impressed me tremendously, not just by what he has achieved. I'm not surprised that he's even richer than me today. I told him, no, I'm not surprised he's a billionaire in real time today. Why? Because you will know. I will give just one before we talk about this event itself, for those of you who might be listening. Because I use every opportunity to teach, is why they call me coach. I always say it, that part of it, I thank God that Stephen takes it in great stride. I always tell people, Stephen is not the most intelligent human being. He's not a genius in terms of book knowledge. He is not a genius in terms of let's go and be writing plenty paper. But Stephen has something that anybody, if you can pray to God to get that, you can be a billionaire in under 5 years like him. And that is doggedness. The man died. You understand what I'm saying? Doggedness and humility to learn from those who knows. I'll give you one very good example, because people see him now. When I went to his offices in Banana Islands and he took me to this one, to that one, people thought I was going to be over-impressed. No, I wasn't over-impressed. I expect Stephen to take the world in the area he has chosen. Why? Because one day he came, he called me, he said, this thing called webinar they are doing. Oga, you have to teach me. I'm coming to your house. The man entered plane from Nigeria. He came to this my house where I'm speaking to you from. He said, let's do this webinar together. Show me. We did the first webinar. This is like this we are doing. Okay? We did the first one he ever did together. One time. That is like 5-6 years ago. Stephen has not stopped doing it every day since that day. Even me that taught him. I don't even know how to do it anymore. But he has a singular mind of executing. And I think that is what everybody needs. You don't need, a lot of intelligent people are broke. A lot of people who went to Harvard are broke. A lot of people who are smart are broke. A lot of people who are born of rich parents are broke. But if you have determination to execute and you take one thing, Stephen doesn't know plenty before. He takes one and then he kills it. And to me, I use him to teach, even when he's not there. I say, if you really want to know how to succeed, I may teach you 20 things. Take only one. Then flag it every day, every day, every day. So this wealth thing is coming, that is putting together. I just want to tell everybody, see, it's a myth when they say there's anybody that is self-made. It will take you 30 years, 40 years to get the level of success that people like Stephen, Grant Cardone, or myself have got it. But if you find yourself in a space, a room with them, just for even 4 hours, what you can learn in that 4-hour space can literally save your life, can literally save you millions of dollars in investment. There is nothing like meeting the guys who have achieved it in person or listening to them, watching them direct, explain it. It's not like reading the book. Trust me. It's not like there is an electricity. There is a spirit that gets transferred when you put yourself in that event. So if you have not yet registered or you are not yet at that event, trust me, probably the best money you will spend. Because it's one thing for you to hear or listen to a recorded tape. It's another thing to hear another man say it live. That will just be my opening comments for what I just said.
Put it together for Dr. Opie Banwo. Unfortunately, like we said, it's just going to be like 15-20 minutes with each person. We just want to feel them, because some of you might not know our guests before the day of the event, but this pre-event gives you an opportunity to feel them, know who they are. And my first question to Dr. Opie is, you ran to America for asylum. You know, the military government in America, in Nigeria, sorry, not never in America, was chasing you.
Yes.
And you got to this country, the US. You started with the lowest of jobs and you became a millionaire in 2, 3 years. How did you do that? And by the way, we also love your brief introduction of yourself.
All right. Well, you know me, I don't like introducing myself. I always say people should Google. Google will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. My name is Okwebanwo. I like to call myself an attorney turned techpreneur. And the only thing you need to know about me is that I profit from every situation, good, the bad, and the ugly. That's all. I believe there is opportunity in every adversity. So even in that Nigeria that you are in, or UK, or wherever, I don't care the adversity you are going through, there is opportunity there. I've been bankrupt twice in my life, and less than 2 years later, I've come back and I've become a millionaire again. I've been officially bankrupt in the US, filed the bankruptcy. They took everything. 2 years later, I'm back on top. You know why? There's only one secret. You got to zig, you got to zag when everybody is zigging. When everybody's going this way, you got to go the other way. That's all you really need to know about me, because if I had to tell you about myself, it would take a year. There's no industry I've not gone into and excel. I've done entertainment. I was the CEO of Singomania Records and Singomania Entertainment. You might have heard. I used to manage Funke Akindele, Genevieve, Omoni Oboli. I introduced her back into the industry when she came. In music, you have heard of DJ Ziz. I introduced him to the industry. You've heard of Konga. I introduced him to the industry. I've been there, done that. I've been in practically every business that you can. But what I tell people about myself when I introduce myself is that I am not necessarily more intelligent than the next guy. Even though God has blessed me for you to be a chartered accountant, be a PhD holder in law, and also be almost semi-chartered company secretary and all that. But what I do have is that I focus on one opportunity at a time. Kill it before I go to the next one. Most people are not successful in life. That is the number one point of failure. Too much knowledge. That is why somebody like Stephen has a hedge over a lot of people. He doesn't get too much knowledge. He doesn't worry himself with too much. One, kill it. So that's what I am. But as to my coming to the US, yes, well, I lost everything, got here. In fact, I was in New York for about 6 weeks. I couldn't even get a job as a Burger King attendant. I applied, even though I already had my master's degree in law. I'd already run my own finance company in Nigeria. So one thing led to the other. Not to waste too much of that story, I ended up in Nebraska. I've never heard of Nebraska before. One of my friends, I ended up being homeless in New York. The people I was staying with drove me out. And then my brother knew somebody in Nebraska. I've never heard of the town before. Because when they drove me out of their house in New York, I slept at the train station in Queens, New York, overnight. I had nowhere to go. They wouldn't even let me take my appointment book. So I don't have any phone number. The only number I knew of is my brother, the architect, who was in South Africa. So I called him. So Brother Alana said, well, I don't know anybody in the US myself. I knew some guys who are students in Nebraska that maybe they can help you. So I called them, and they called me at the train station. It was where you use this phone booth at the train station. And then they said they would buy me a ticket to come to Nebraska. When I got here, I was crying. When I was landing, because as the plane was coming down, I was seeing farms. And I'm telling myself, you city boy, look at you. Look at your life. And I literally cried tears. I'm not joking. That is this how bad it could be for me. Okay. So, but when I landed, to God be the glory, the two gentlemen that came, and by the way, today are also millionaires, no matter now, God used me to help them later. They are Muslims, because sometimes we get caught up in all these religious things. They don't know me before. They bought me a ticket. They were students too, doing CNAs. So I was staying with them. Okay. I had no money. I had nothing. I was depressed. It was the lowest point of my life. But I noticed something, which is my zagging philosophy. Every morning, they will get called by people begging them to come to work. They were CNAs, certified nursing assistants. So they told me to go study to be a CNA too, because that one it takes 2 weeks to get your certificate. And I'm like, no, I don't even like taking care of old men. I didn't take care of my own daddy. I don't want this CNA business. That there is no way. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing. So I'm listening to them. Every day they will beg them. So I asked them, why are they begging you to come to work? And they said that in Nebraska, there's a shortage of CNAs. And that they have a law in the US then, before Clinton changed the whole thing, that you must have so much, if you have 100 residents in your nursing home, you must have so many CNAs to attend to them. If you are short, they will close your nursing home. So they must have a certain number at all times. I'm like, right there and then, remember what I said? They told me everybody here, that's what they do, which is true, the Nigerian community. So I'm like, what if I don't do CNA? What if I go look for CNA? See, you zag when everybody's zigging. So I decided, why don't I set up a company that will supply CNAs to these hospitals, since that's what they want. I'm not a CNA myself. The same guy, guess who are my first two employees? The people I was staying with. So I went to nursing home. True story. In fact, the house that I'm living in now, Stephen has been here. I bought it at that time. In other words, it's my richest period in America, 1998 to 2000. So I went to the nursing homes with a very simple strategy. I know I had an accent. I know I don't have a business. I'm using my house. So I went in there with my baby windsuit. I had one. So I went in there and I said, I want to see the director of nursing. So I told them a very simple story, that I know you guys have a need. You must have a specific number. I know you don't know me. If you give me an order to supply CNAs for you, and you give me order for 5, and I supply only 4, don't pay me for the 4. Use them for free. In other words, you have no risk. I was ready to take risk. Stephen, you think you're the only one that know how to take risk? You took it from me. I'm the master. I didn't know what was going to happen. So the first one told me to get out. The second one told me to get out. The third one was just laughing. He said, this guy must be really desperate. I said, sir, I am desperate, but I will show you. Just try me. So they gave me 5 CNAs, exactly what I asked for. I didn't know where I was going to find them, so I got home. And remember, by the way, they are paying these CNAs $8 to $9 an hour. And nursing homes charge $16. I didn't even know I was asking for $14. They told me no, that you can't make profit on that. That is $16 your colleagues charge. That since you are guaranteeing, you can charge $17. They even helped me because they said, we know you can't do it because we've been begging our money. I said, okay. So they paid me $17 an hour. So I went home and I told my 2 guests that I will pay you $11 if you work for me. So like, what are you talking about? I said, I have order for 5. So the first 2 of you work double, 3 times. Okay? Then find me your friends. It was like a joke. Then they took me to one girl that is the girlfriend of the other one. Then that also one has a friend. I had to toast her. This is a serious business. I'm a straight shooter. So convince the girl. So I supplied 5. And that's how it started. Now, the first 2-3 months, it doesn't look like it was going to be good because you have to drive in the snow. I have to carry my car to take them. Americans don't want to work. I will go to their house in the middle of the night and go and carry them, beg them, prostrate, whatever, to go to work. 6 months later, $488,000. My first full year, $3.4 million. I'm not exaggerating. Wow. And the profit was well over 50-something% of that money. Because I was getting $17, I was paying $9. When I get stuck and the thing wants to look like it's short, I'll add another $1. $1 is a lot in America. So what that means is that at some point I had 500 people working and I was making about $7 an hour on each of them. Meanwhile, I'm in my house drinking latte. Okay? Again, it is not because I'm smart. I saw opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere. So that is just and that was how I made my first money in America. Of course, because one is always over exuberant, Niger style. It's only Niger that will have 4 cars in America, have all these houses. I enjoyed myself like that. I wasn't keeping good accounting. To cut a long story short, 3 years later, I got in trouble with IRS. And they shut everything down. They took everything. But guess what? I only felt sorry for myself for about 2 weeks. And then, All right, but that's the story. I could tell my story, but that's
Wow. Wow, guys, how many of you want to really, connect with Dr. Opi Banwo at the Global World Festival and learn more about him? By the way, he's just an amazing, amazing man. Like I said, the event promises to be a life-changing event for every participant. It's a whole full day event. We're starting registration at 8 a.m. Event starts 9 a.m. CST. That would be 1 p.m. London. 9 a.m. would be what time in London, Nigerian time? That would be about 3 p.m. Okay, Nigerian London time. That would be 6 p.m. Dubai time, 4 p.m. South African time. So we start at that point. We end the conference itself by 4 p.m. CST, and then we have the dinner, buffet dinner starter and networking. Your network determines your network, and we're going to have a lot of quality people in the room in the evening. And, so it's going to be a great time. Our next speaker is up, Dr. Cheryl. You need to accept the promotion to the panel.
Before I go, I know my time is out. Let me just quickly give a special for you here because I really want as many people as possible to be part of this. For those who register for this, whichever mode Dr. Stephen Akitayo is asking to do that, I'm going to give you a special gift. Everybody knows I'm an expert on creating and launching softwares in the world right now. I have 9 of them that are doing very well. I have a package. It's actually a $1,000 package, the Netpreneur franchise package. So for those who register from today to that time, Mr. Stephen Akitayo, every one of them, I will give a free access to the Netpreneur franchise package, the $1,000 one, as my own support for my brother, because he's not doing this for himself. It is empowering people. Thank you so much.
Wow. Come on, guys. Are you excited to hear that? Again, I hope, I know he has said to the event, but I'm only giving that offer to those of you who register right now, not later, right now while we're on this call. So again, the website is www.globalworldfestival.com. The IT team, I would like them to pin the website as well, Global World Festival. .com. Now, another extra bonus I'm giving, instead of paying $1,000 for the physical ticket, you'll be paying $300 if you pay while we're on this call. And you need to use a code, and the code is GMD Bronze. Right? If you use the GMD Bronze code, you will be able to pay $300 instead of $1,000. Okay. So we're going to go straight to the next guest, Dr. Cheryl Action Jackson. And after her, we're going to be having Grant Cardone. After Grant Cardone, we're going to be having Benicia. After Benicia, we're going to have 2 more speakers who will be speaking live. Like I said, this is just to give you a taste of what you're going to be enjoying at the event, right? And you getting to also, it's like a meet and greet to know some of the people who are going to be coming. So the next guest will be anchored by none other than Tammy. Dr. Cheryl, you've spoken with Tammy several times, right?
Yes.
By the way, Tammy, today is our 36th wedding anniversary. So
my goodness.
With her husband doing honeymoon,
right. I'm about to go meet him for lunch, so it's like, woo, I gotta hurry up because I know this is important. So
thank you.
36 years, amazing, yes, unbelievable, actually.
Yes,
wow,
it really is.
That's so beautiful.
Yes, but we are blessed.
Yes, you are. I remember the first time I see your picture. I was asking doctor, I said, who is this Sisi beside you? You know, Sisi means young lady. Like, who's this Sisi? Who is this? Sisi, that should be mama. I'm like, what? No, she doesn't look like mama one bit. So it's so good to have you here, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone Yeah, happy anniversary.
Fantastic. So, as part of our pre-event sessions, right, I have a couple of questions for you this evening, and I'd like you to speak to us. People here are prospective attendees and also registered attendees of the event happening on the 16th. Right. So my first question to you this evening is, could you please introduce your awesome self? Like, what's your name? What do you do? Just very briefly, let everybody know who you are. Thank you.
Absolutely. My name is Dr. Cheryl Jackson. I live in Texas, and I founded one of the largest nonprofits in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I feed the hungry. I'm also a speaker. I'm an author. I'm a producer. So I do quite a lot of things, but on a day-to-day basis, I feed the hungry. There was a time in my life as I'm celebrating my wedding anniversary that my husband and I, we were living in our cars. We were trying to make ends meet, and it was the most horrific experience that we'd ever occurred. But we were working. I mean, working like 5 jobs between both of us, but we just couldn't make ends meet. And it was horrific. And so I decided that I would apply for food stamps, and I did. And I got declined because I made $8 too much money for food stamps to get government assistance. And life got better for me. I started working for Emmitt Smith. A lot of people know him, the Dallas Cowboy player. And then I started doing red carpet reporting for Entertainment Tonight and for The Insider and all these entertainment shows. And then my father died suddenly, Father's Day weekend. And when he died, I just went into a 3-year depression. And my mother said to me, she said, "You're going to die." And I didn't care at that moment, but I had 2 sons. And so my mom said, "You got to live for them." And I looked up at her and I said, "Well, I want the world to know what a great parents I had." And so my mother was all I had left. So I started a nonprofit called Minnie's, which is named after my mom, Minnie's Food Pantry. And I literally started it with 2 cans of corn. Wow. And my first and last month's rent. That's all I had. I didn't know what I was doing, had no idea how I was going to feed the hungry. I just knew that if there was a point in my life where I was hungry. And if you fast forward now, we're going into our 15th year. If you fast forward, we have now provided over 19 million meals and counting. 19 million meals. That's a lot. And we have 12 locations. And we are just in awe of what God has done for us. We literally roll out the red carpet so that people need a meal can come and walk the red carpet, and we give them healthy meals to take home for them to cook for their families, fruits and vegetables. And so that's what I do. I change lives. I give people an opportunity to change lives. And I've written a book about it. I speak about it. I motivate people. They call me the gatherer. In my mother's lifetime, she said, "You are the gatherer. You have an innate ability to bring people of all walks of life together and empower them and motivate them and speak life into their minds and their souls." And so that's what I do. And while I'm gathering them, then I talk to them about what hunger looks like in our community, how people can help, and how to educate other people. That's who I am. So North Dallas, they call me Cheryl Action Jackson.
Yes. Yes. I wonder, is the action your actual name, or it's a inside the whole mix?
It's a nickname. They call me Action because anything that needs to be done, I immediately take action and do it. I don't wait on people. And that's how I got the name Action Jackson.
Wow, I love that. Amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Yes,
okay, so given what you've said so far, I'd like to know, what's your definition of wealth? I mean, we are talking about wealth, Global Wealth Festival. So what would you say is wealth, and how do you think people can attain this? And if you don't mind, we're also thinking, are you wealthy, in the sense of all of that?
Right. So, growing up and looking at the people all around me, I was one of 6 African Americans that graduated in my high school. And we didn't have money. Everything that my mother had, my mother would buy the best when she could. And then everything she had, if someone needed it, she would give it away. And she always said it always came back to you. But what I realized is that my house was the house on the street that every child came to. And I would talk to my mom about that, and I would talk to them about all the things my friends had. You know, they get this, mom, and they get this. And I'm like, and we don't have anything. And she said, you have love. She said, do you wonder why these kids keep coming to our house and they leave theirs? Because there's something inside of our house that money can't buy. And so for me, wealth is having the ability to empower someone, to change their lives, to change their minds. Wealth is not about money. The best investment you can make is in the lives of people. I tell that all the time. If you want to see stuff come back to you, give to somebody else. And the law of reciprocity always works. Now, there's nothing wrong with having money, because as I get older, I realize that I want to leave something to my family. And over the years, I've given everything that I've had. If it comes to me, because my mother taught me that, she's since passed away, that's what I've done. So I am now trying to balance that act of giving a whole lot of love and then saving some money for my grandkids and for my children. But wealth, full wealth, is having health. Wealth is family. Wealth is friends. Wealth is peace of mind. That's wealth for me, right? Because everything else, money comes and goes. But if I am messed up in my mind and I'm rich, then I'm not wealthy, because I'm messed up in my mind. But when I walk around here and I'm smiling and I'm able to pour into other people, that is wealth to me, right? And money comes at the end. But if you can say without a shadow of a doubt that I am completely happy with who I am, where I am at peace in my mind, that is something that money cannot buy. That is wealth. All of the cars and all of the airplanes and everything that you get when you buy money, that's tangible. Wealth to me are things that are not tangible. That's what wealth is. Now, I've had an opportunity, like today, I'm celebrating my 36-year anniversary, and my friends are very wealthy. I have billionaire friends. One of my friends is Jerry Jones's business partner, because I feed the hungry. One of my friends is Oprah Winfrey. She was my keynote speaker at my last gala, where we raised over $2.3 million to feed the hungry. And so wealth is having a phone with numbers in your phone that people with money don't have. That's a part of wealth. So there's all different ways that you can look at what wealth looks like and what wealth feels like to you. Wealth is relationships, positive relationships, right? And so I don't want anybody that doesn't have the money or doesn't have the jets. Like, I don't have it, but when you soar into people, you get it. Like I never thought I'd be on a private jet. But one of my friends plays baseball. His name is Torrey Hunter. He and his wife said, pack your bags. And I said, why? They said, meet us at our house. I said, why? I met him at the house, and you know what? They put me on a private jet. We flew to the Bahamas, and I stayed there for 7 days. So just because you're not wealthy, when you treat people right, you can become wealthy in the things that they give to you and the things you give to them.
Awesome. We've run out of time. Our next speaker is here. So, but thank you so much. And I want to thank Dr. Cheryl, because she decided to support this event. Connected us. In fact, I met TD Jakes yesterday through Dr. Cheryl. So we have Grant Cardone in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
hi, Grant.
How you guys doing?
Amazing.
Great, we're doing awesome. And thank you for coming. You're the next speaker. So this is like a pre-event for everybody to just have a little taste of everybody coming. All the guest speakers we are having. Of course, you are the keynote speaker.
Yes, he is.
To tell us how you did $8 billion. And I've done billions in Naira. I'm done with Naira. I want to do dollars. And that's why I'm taking you all over the world. Let's do dollars right now. So,
Grant, I missed you at TD Jakes' house. He told me you were at his house for the party. I didn't go to the Saturday night party. I went to Sunday church. Or we would have met that night.
No, and it was such an honor for my wife and I to be able to attend his birthday and to be part of really a historic event. It's always good to be with TD.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's a good guy, good man right there.
Yes, he is. He named me Lady of Destiny for 2018. He and his wife at the Potter's house. They are such great people.
What a beautiful couple, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we're waiting on you. You're the man of the hour, so let me be quiet.
Well, I'm in a construction zone right now. I'm in Malibu at this property that we've been spending the last 6 months getting ready.
Oh,
So,
great.
I thought it would be further along, kind of like success. You think you're going to be at one place sooner than you get there, and there's all these difficulties and disappointments and discouragements along the way and setbacks, which is part of the game, I guess.
It's good to have you, and thank you for joining us for this conversation today. Thank you, Dr. Cheryl. Let me get on with Grant. So,
of course.
So my first question, because this is just like a chat, and then we'll let you go because you're busy. So my first question will be, who is Grant Cardone? I mean, aside the $8 billion and success in real estate, deep down, who is Grant Cardone?
Deep down, look, I'm like everybody else, right? So I was raised by a single mother. So I have a big connection with communities and people that have that in common, where there was no dad in the household. My dad died when I was 10 years old, had a tremendous impact on my life, losing my father. And a lot of people lose their dads in different ways, right? Mm-hmm. And my dad, I lost my dad, who was, really a hero figure to me. When you're 10 years old, you're looking to your parents. Probably all kids are looking to whoever's taking care of them as the guiding light. In my case, my father had great work ethic. I was telling my wife and my kids this weekend, I'm so blessed to have been taught how to work. My dad, he believed work was a gift. He liked to work. He enjoyed work. I hear so many people today talk about work as though it's a terrible thing, but it was a gift. I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. I'm on this project right now, and I'm helping out the other workers that we've hired that have skills that I don't have. And I'm out picking stuff up, cleaning stuff, brooming stuff. And there's something to me very spiritual about work, about starting an activity, seeing it not go the way you want it to, keeping the vision of how you want it to be. It could be raking the leaves, cleaning the trash, cleaning up a kitchen, or doing a big project. It's all the same. It's just work, right? Mm-hmm. And I say just work, but the truth is work is really, and a lot of people don't agree with this, but work is really how I define myself. Am I able to contribute? Am I able to get something to go the way I want it to go? Mm-hmm. And am I able to see it through? So work is really, for me, I was talking to TD Jakes about this. Work to me is a gift God gave us to see how we want to use the skills, the intelligence, problem solving, creativity that God gave us to define who we are and what we're going to do. So my mom raised 5 kids, and so I'm very connected to women as a nourishment, as the ingredient that holds a family together. And I see so much in our society today where families are being torn apart by whatever reason, right? Like for me, the family unit is vital to my success.
Yeah.
I didn't get married, Stephen, until I was 45 years old. I didn't have kids till I was 51.
Wow.
Because I wasn't ready, and because I had this idea that I was so married to my career and to my dream. That I knew I wasn't in a position to be a good father or a good husband. And so I really delayed that. But I want to tell you, I was wrong. I thought maybe the kids and the marriage would be a distraction. They weren't. They contributed to the creativity. and to defining who I really am, giving me even more purpose and more energy.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a guy that's been in discovery for my whole life, still discovering today. Spirituality is the single most important thing in my life, more important than money, the jets, the fame. All that stuff's cool, but nothing is more important than me really understanding who I am, what I'm capable of, and then going out into society and trying to validate that.
Awesome. I mean, thank you for sharing this part. I'm not sure I've heard this part before. Thank you for sharing. My second question is, what fuels your hunger? I mean, I could see, and I've seen you add this into even your family unit. I was watching a short video clip by your daughter. I think it was yesterday, and I'm saying this is the same fire of grants. I mean, what fuels that hunger? What fuels that? I mean, you have $8 billion and you're still going, and you're doing like you just have $8,000.
Yeah. I do. I kind of operate like and forgive me if there's a big echo in here, but I operate like I'm without anything. You know, I don't take for granted anything that I have or I've earned. You know, in America, we just celebrated this Independence Day in a country where most people have zero independence. And just because you live in America doesn't mean you're free. Somebody says you're free doesn't mean you are. And freedom is something, by the way, white people don't get it either. Like almost nobody has freedom in this country. And it's harder for some groups than other groups, but I can tell you, getting it's one thing, keeping it's another thing. Just because I can get a moment of freedom doesn't mean I keep it. Too much freedom, by the way, can be a problem. So, you know, the free will thing is back to like, how am I going to use my gifts? And so that's really what moves me today. I wake up every day. I think nothing of what I've accomplished. Other people think more of what I've accomplished than I do. When you say 8 billion, I'm like, it should be 80 billion. It really should. It really should. You know, I'm buying this piece of art above our bed.
Yeah.
And I was telling my wife, I said, I want this big piece of art. It's a galaxy. And she said, I don't know if I like it. I said, there's 1 trillion stars in it. I said, we have to go to sleep at night seeing that we sleep beneath these 1 trillion stars, this galaxy.
Yeah.
And this trillion's the new mark, by the way. I was a billionaire in the making. Now I'm a trillionaire in the making.
Yeah.
So, you know, and by the way, look, at some point it's not about the money. I remember when I think I had $100,000 and I thought I was rich. Compared to where I came from, I was rich, by the way. And I had more money coming in. The real freedom was not the 100 grand I had. It was the confidence that I knew more money was coming. And, you know, probably the thing that I value most in my life is I know I have the ability, because of that love of work, I have the ability to create more. You know, when I did the show Undercover Billionaire, and Discovery Channel said, hey, could you create $1 million business with no money in 90 days? You can't call your buddies. You can't use your credit card. You can't even use your name. I said, yeah, I know I can do that for sure. Like there was zero concern that I couldn't be.
That was hard though. It was hard for you.
Dude, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. You know, because when you make it the first time, you're making it because you gotta get it, right?
Yeah.
When I was doing that TV show, I was like, I don't need to do this. It's harder to go to work when you got a lot of money than it is to go to work when you're hungry.
Mm.
So that's the new purpose, is like, how do I keep going? How do I keep, once I've done what I said I was going to do, how do I find something new to do?
Mm-hmm.
See, even when I say that, I'm like, man, there should be a rhyme there. I meant for the lyrics. I'm waiting for Ye to call me, say, let's go play.
I've signed you on his record label.
Let's go.
That's beautiful. Okay. My next question is for somebody who is watching us right now and hasn't gotten their ticket to come to Dallas or their virtual. By the way, we're going to be having 5,000 people join us virtually. So we have more joining virtually than those who come physically. Because, of course, I'm literally new here. But I'm excited, because this was a project for me. Like, go to Dallas and go put together an event that will cost over $400,000 and see how it works. And I hope you have the chance. I'm about buying my first 54-acre property here in Dallas. We're going to be building houses, single-family home, multiple-family homes, and we'll have commercial as well. I'm tired of just Africa. Let's do business here as well.
Come on.
Let's make the billions here as well. And I have a mentor in Grant to show me how to make it happen. So I'm excited. But why should anybody come listen to you on the 16th of July?
Well, I would say to you that the reason to say yes to this event is to say yes to yourself.
Mm.
And it's how people to themselves every day.
Mm.
You're not saying yes to Stephen or Grant or the other speakers that are going to be there. You're saying yes to yourself.
Mm.
Number two, I would tell you that your life is not going to change staying home.
Mm.
My life has never, ever improved at my home.
Mm.
I don't get new customers there. I don't make new contacts. My network doesn't expand. Like, if you want to improve the quality of your life, you must improve, number one, your personal self-esteem.
Mm. Mm.
And shifting your personal self-esteem is easy as saying yes to the good things. This is a good thing to do.
Mm.
People spend money on Air Jordans, but they won't spend money to improve themselves. Those Air Jordans are going to wear out before you do. And when you get enough self-esteem, you can be barefooted. I mean, Jesus wore one pair of sandals.
Yes.
He didn't have a whole closet of shoes and belts, and dude, the guy rolled around in one garb.
Mm-hmm.
So your self-esteem is an inside job. It's simple as yes. Number two, you have to get around other people that have said yes. So this is like instant coffee or instant tea or instant oatmeal. This is like instant network. There is not a billionaire walking on planet Earth that does not hang out with other billionaires. Okay, poor people hang out with poor people, and it's comfortable. By the way, you were probably invited to a barbecue this weekend.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, come over Sunday, come over Monday. We're having a barbecue. Bring your own bottle, bring your own food." That ain't a party, folks. A party is when they say you're invited over. Like, I went to TD Jake's 65th. They didn't ask me to bring anything with me.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sitting across from LL Cool J. I got P. Diddy's across from me. I'm sitting across from a senator of South Carolina. Like, Steve Harvey's there. Tyler Perry's there. Tyler Perry's 2 chairs. My wife's sitting next to TD Jakes' wife. Like, I'm like, instant network. All I had to do was get there. You spent $400,000 on this event. What do people pay to be at the event?
1,000, but we're giving them discount for 300.
What's the most expensive ticket I can buy?
Most expensive is 20,000.
It's $400,000 cheaper than your ticket. there's not a ticket in the room that's more expensive, Stephen, than what you committed to. So you just cannot do these events for $300. You can attend it, you can be there, you can actually walk away with $1 billion worth of contacts and $1 billion worth of information and $1 billion worth of inspiration. Not to mention, it's not very common that you get to hang with people that have, put $1 billion on a board. They typically, Elon's not calling most of the people today saying, hey, come on over, hang out with me for a couple hours. If you ever get a chance to do that, why would you say no to it?
Wow.
So then people got to confront, okay, what's holding you back from saying yes to yourself? People say yes to, so many unbelievable bad things. Coca-Cola, McDonald's, vodka. Yeah, I mean, just go down the list. Pornography, Netflix. Dude, why not say yes to something that gives you a shot to be around people that are actually taking a shot? And that's what I would tell people. Come hang out. I do maybe 2 speaking gigs a year. This is the only other public speaking gig I'm doing this year.
Wow. Yeah. This is big. I want to thank you for coming. My time is up. I don't know that I have more time to squeeze in some questions, but my time is up, But I want to thank you for coming and agreeing to speak at the event. Really, really grateful. We're looking forward to having you. Dallas is ready. Everybody's excited about it. Guys, are you ready for Grant on the 16th? Are you ready?
Yeah, hey, and I'd love to know in the chat. I don't know how many people you have on here, but what is it you guys would like to get from me? Maybe throw it in the chat. What would you like to learn? What is it? If there was one question I could answer.
We're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, but here on Zoom, maybe we take from here on Zoom. So somebody should just drop. What do you want?
Someone says how to create lasting wealth. Someone says how to, yes, that's it.
And that's, the word wealth comes from well, W-E-L-L. Okay. And it actually originally was connected well and health. Wealth was actually considered to be about health. And it's funny that people think that people that are rich are unhappy. But the truth is, I've met a lot of people that had poverty that are unhappy too. So they don't really have anything to do with one another. When I go to Target and I'm looking for, my kids are out shopping for a surfboard right now. They're not shopping for happy. They're shopping for a surfboard. So you guys got to quit getting confused with all these people that have given up on the money game. They give up on the money game. And I tell you how I know they gave up on the money game, because they say, well, money won't buy you happiness. When I'm going for money, I'm not going for happiness. I'm going for money. When I'm going for happiness, I can do that. I don't need money for happiness. But you can't be hungry and happy at the same time. So if you're hungry, you're scared, you can't take care of your wife, can't take care of your kids, you got to tell them no every time you're in Target. If you got to constantly tell the whole world you can't, not yet, I don't have the money, I can't afford the gas, I can't come. If you got to constantly say no to yourself, how could you truly be happy? Yes is a happy word. No is a negative word. So wealth, remember this, wealth comes from the word well and health. And I know rich people that aren't healthy, which means they're not wealthy. And I've never met a poor person that was well.
Whoa. Oh no. Wow.
So the question, that one question that came in, how do you create lasting wealth? Because you don't want to create it for an instant. I have a buddy right now that's in the NBA. He texted me 2 days ago and said, Grant, I'm about to be evicted from my rental. I have no money. I have no clue what to do. Because he didn't build lasting wealth. And so when I'm talking about lasting wealth, by the way, I'm not talking about taking care of mom and dad. I'm talking about taking care of people when you're dead.
Wow.
So, and everybody can do it. I am 1000% convinced anyone of any color, any background, male, female, any age can create wealth if they have the formula. There's a formula to wealth, just like there is a formula to cooking some good black beans and rice.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Taking care of people even when you are dead. Gosh.
That's deep. That's deep. Come on, guys. I thought I can see a lot of you are shocked. Like, these are deep stuff.
Uncle G dropping his hearts.
Let's go. Timmy, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me. Dr. Opie, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate
My
it.
first time hearing you in person, actually, I came to one of your events. Sorry, on Zoom. I came to one of your events just to see you face to face like 7 years ago. And I paid $1,000. People don't understand your value, but I'm glad that you are here just to see you on stage. $1,000. I thought that would allow me to get to meet you one-on-one. Then they told me, but those who paid $10,000. I'm like, what? But I'm going to catch you in Dallas. I'm coming. I'm coming. You've done great work for people all over. Thank you so much for what you have been doing. We appreciate you. I see you on Clubhouse all the time, and those guys don't know your value. So I just laugh when I see you coming, and now I'm like, I paid to see this guy. You guys are listening to him for free. All right? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, have a great day.
I'll see you in about, what, a week? A week and a half?
Yeah, a week and a half. Yeah, 16th of July. Yep.
Okay. I'll see you guys then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, my next speaker is Benicia. Benicia, are you here?
No. I think we need to drink some water, on all that Uncle G has just dropped. Like, what? But hey, that's just joking. But it was so good.
That was really, really hard.
Really?
So Benicia is a top realtor here in Dallas. She owns a bank, and she's my realtor now. So, and doing great stuff. Our last quarter, she did $105 million. I think the article I saw on our page this morning. And by the way, I'm your new marketer. You need to employ me, Benicia, because
I employed already.
You need
just need to pay you.
Exactly.
Yes.
You need to pay me as your new marketer, promoter.
Exactly.
I'm gonna pay you in more real estate, more real estate, more real estate.
Yeah, I love that. So welcome. So tell us about yourself. Just introduce yourself.
Yes, really quick, you guys. My name is Benicia Watson, and I am the owner of my own federally chartered bank. The bank is based in Dallas, Texas, but I serve every state in the United States except New York. And I have this company as a mortgage company because it goes in line with my residential and commercial real estate company. I do both residential and commercial up to 650 million in transactions in reference to funding. And then on the side of sales, I have over 200 real estate agents that work directly for me across the United States. These agents are selling homes, they're selling commercial buildings, they're also helping people rent commercial spaces as well as rent residential properties. Quarter one, we did close 105. Quarter two, I've calculated about 80 million. So we're about 200 million roughly into the sales section. And on the banking side, I've already passed 200 million. So right now, by quarter two, I'm at about 500 million.
Wow.
Oh, wow, amazing. You know, and for women to have done that, that's inspirational.
Mhm.
You know, that's really, really inspirational. I'm excited that a lot of women are going to learn from you and be inspired that there's no limit to success. I mean, there's no limit. So, how did you get into the real estate business and into even owning a bank? How did you get into all of
Sure. Sure. So I started about 20 years ago investing in real estate myself. I was a young person and I just used my credit, used my abilities financially. I was able to purchase my first home. I flipped that home in 2 years. And then after that, I started buying multiple properties. By the time I was 26 years old, I had over 20 rental properties in my name that I managed and maintained.
it?
And fast forward, I got a real estate license and transitioned from working in corporate America into real estate sales. And my
Mhm.
first year in the business of real estate sales, I sold over 200 homes organically, just helping people just buy it, you know, and get into real estate and sell. And I was able to scale in the sales division, in the sales sector from 200 homes to 350 homes. I made about $8 million my first 2 years in the business. And then I took $1 million of my own money and did something that's going to outlive me, which is buying the block, which is buying land and building on it. And so I built 20 homes all over Dallas, Texas, and I was able to 10x my return on that $1 million. And once I did that, I started speaking at more events and started getting my name out there because people knew me in the local area, and they knew what I was doing. They just didn't know how. So I started to tell more people, hey, this is my journey. This is what I did. And actually helping others. I was someone who had my own bank, and that's how I got in. I started real estate as an investor, just buying and holding and understanding return on investment.
Wow, amazing. I mean, this is really, really great. So, for those coming for this event, what are some of the things they should be looking forward to learning from you? Some of the secrets you're going to be dishing out.
Sure. Hearing me speak at this event in the next week or so, we're going to learn how to stay disciplined, how to stay focused. If you have a goal, if this is something that you want to achieve, it's not going to happen overnight. You know, I'm living proof that it can happen. And if I can do it as a single mother, having my own, you know, 2 kids, raising them and going out there and having to work a full-time job as well as working as a real estate agent with a license, if I can do 200 houses a year, anything is possible for anything else. So it really just takes discipline, consistency, and understanding how my level of focus got me to this point.
Amazing, and you're very right, because if one of the things that I admire about you is that oftentimes when I see African Americans, I see a lot of excuses, and I agree that there are a lot of limitations, but I don't think there are limits, because if we someone like me that came all the way from Africa where there are a lot more limitations and I've had to work on being successful, how much more you in America? So I'm seeing you not allowing anything hold you back, being a single mom, being a woman, and you've done so much and you're going. What is that ingredient that keep pushing you for more? What's that thing, you know, that gets you pumping and say, I can do it, I can do it? What's the source of that hunger?
So I never forget where I come from. I'm born and raised in a place called South Central Los Angeles, which is a pretty impoverished area. And I know that the people who come from the area that I come from, they don't make it to where I am. It's not normal. So I always remember that. I stay focused, I stay grounded, I stay humble, I stay in a give back stance. It can be taken away at any given time. Nothing is promised. And but as long as you remember where you came from, you know where you're going. And that's what I believe.
Wow, amazing. So guys, I'm very excited about hearing from Benicia at the event July 16. By the way, like I said, go get your ticket right now. You can go to the site and sign up. If you use the code GMD bronze, you're going to be able to get discounts at the event, and you're going to be meeting her in person. And I promise you, it's going to be one of those life-changing events that, it's going to be really, really, really great. Don't miss it for anything. And this, opportunity is here, and don't let it go. Don't let it slip away. Lastly, my last question for you. At the event, will you be willing to mentor as many people who want to go into real estate, whether those of them who are based in Dallas or others who are based in other parts of the US? Is that something you will be willing to do for those who attend this event?
Absolutely. I've gotten this far because I've helped people first. In this business, you're only as far as the people that you mentor. You're only as great as your mentor. You're only as far as the people that you help. And if I don't reach back and give back, I don't think that I would be as successful as I am today. So I definitely do have a program for mentorship. I'm also coming out with a program for developers and investors, but specifically for anyone who wants to get into the space of real estate. Yes, I do mentor.
Oh, beautiful. So guys, somebody's asking, can I watch the event online? Absolutely. That's why we say go to the site. You're going to see the opportunity to watch virtually or to come physically, right? If you're even coming virtually, you pay, there's a 50% discount today. So even pay less than $300. So quickly go. But like I said, it's for those of you who are signing up right now while we're here. So I'm going to take one question from, I'm sorry for those of you on Facebook who have not been able to take your questions, but keep dropping them. Keep dropping them. I will try myself and my team to reply your questions after the event. But for those of you here on Zoom, drop one question what will you like to hear her talk about at the event? Or what question do you have for her? Giz Savoro says, how can I reach or connect with Benicia? That's if you come for the event. It's when you come for the event, you'll be able to learn how you can connect, not just her, with every single speaker. That's at the event. Okay?
Yes.
So if you who has a question for her, or what do you want her to talk about? What's the challenge? So Fasha King Daniel says, what's the challenge for you as African American in the banking and real estate business? I guess that's this question.
Yeah, so the challenge for me is, I sit in a space where people don't look like us in the United States in reference to banking. It is all white. And so I've been appointed to the National Mortgage Association. I'm the only Black female in this space. I have never seen a Black female in this space prior to, and I don't know any other Black female bank owners in my capacity. So the biggest challenge is it's actually a gift. It's not really a challenge, but the biggest challenge is that there's no one else that looks like us or me. But the biggest gift is that there's no one else that looks like me. So being appointed to this board and being in this position, I'm able to speak on behalf of our community and get things and implement it for us and make changes that no one else would think that we needed. It will all be speculation. And I'm sitting there from a perspective of a person who comes in of color, and I can get things done and make a lot of change. So it's actually a gift. It's not really a challenge.
Okay, fantastic. I can see someone asking, is there a discount for virtual? Yes. If you're paying right now, it's $47. By the way, immediately we're done with this event, we're increasing the fee for virtual attendance to $400 because we realize a lot of people are going for virtual, they are not going for physical. We need you in the hall, right? So we're changing the price for virtual to $400 immediately after this. Tammy, I noticed that they haven't even changed it. Please, can you help me? And then they needed to drop it to the last on the landing page. So after this event, even the virtual ticket will be the last, no longer the first, because we're pulling it out. And it's going to be $400 for you to attend virtually for those of you joining. So you can attend from anywhere: Ghana, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, UK, US, Australia. People have already registered from all over the world. right? So you can attend from anywhere virtually. But if you're in Dallas, you want to come because you'll be able to meet Benicia in person. You meet Grant in person. So it's not just virtually now. You can meet them in person. So I encourage you to go sign up. For those of you who are in the US, I don't care where you are in the US, you're going to fly down. People are coming from Nigeria. I have a billionaire friend of mine is flying down all the way from Nigeria, right, for this event, like flying down from Nigeria just for this event. And that's all he's coming for, right? So if people are doing all of that, you can be here in the US and say, oh, but because I'm in New York, Dallas is far. Then you're not hungry enough for success. Because if you're hungry enough, you're going to do whatever it takes, right, to go and network with the people who have moved themselves from nothing to something. And what I love about the event is that you're going to meet people from all walks of life. You're going to meet African Americans. You're going to meet Africans. You're going to meet different people. In fact, there are more speakers that we couldn't bring here today who are coming. One of them is the first Black person to have the governor of Texas visit his house as a guest. The former governor and the current governor, right, was in his house as a guest. He's the first Black person to campaign for a lot of these top people and raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for top people. So there's so much you're going to be connecting with in the room. In fact, he's the only Black guy on the Texas Security Board, right? His name is Edward Opai. He's going to be there. So several amazing people are going to be at this event. You don't want to miss it for anything in the world. Thank you, Benicia, for being part of this. And by the way, let me celebrate her. She linked us up with the PR guy working with us for this event. And it's never been about money for her. She's done so much to make this event a huge success. I'm thinking of us having some little, award surprise for these amazing people, who has made It's
always a surprise if she's hearing it now.
No, she's not hearing. Okay. She's gonna pretend that she didn't hear. Okay. but I really am grateful because the warm reception I got in Dallas is amazing, and that's why I've decided to say my first estate in the US is gonna be here in Dallas. So thank you for what you do and for who you are. And more success. I'm looking forward to seeing you July 16th. God bless you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Again.
So tell me, you take it away. I'm done.
Yes. Fantastic. So, guys, you've heard it all. You've heard it. So please go now to globalwealthfestival.com. That's the link for you to visit, www.globalwealthfestival.com, and then use any of the buttons there to sign up, okay? You can join the bronze, you can join the silver, the gold, the platinum, we have lots of options for you to go for. But if you join us tonight, right now, before this live stream is over, you get to pay $300 for the bronze, the cheapest ticket. Now, when Dr. OP was talking about, how he paid $1,000 to go and see Grant Cardone some years ago, I thought exactly the same way with me. In 2018, I paid £1,000 to go to Tony Robbins' event, right? Thinking that I would be, at the front. Lo and behold, there were about 6 more tickets ahead of me, right? And I was sitting at the back of the room. Now, when I say the room, don't think it's a room of 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people. No, it was a room full of 12,000 people. I was at the back. It was a stadium. Excel in London, right? And I paid £1,000 minus my accommodation, minus feeding, minus flights. I took myself there, to go and learn. And it's beautiful because that event changed my life. I was back in London 2019 for the same event. I would have been back if not for COVID in 2020. But hey, we are going back now, this year, next year, because it is just revolutionary. What happens to you at such live event is amazing. I love what Uncle G said. He said, why you should come for this event? He said it is instant networking. Like you have instant coffee, instant noodles, instant this, instant network, because nobody in that room will be a non-entity. Everybody in that room, trust me, can link you somewhere. I mean, it's going to be a convergence of eagles and lions. So trust me, you want to be there. So go again now to www.globalwealthfestival.com. And then once you are there, use the promo code GMD Bronze to get the ticket for $300 as against $1,000. But this offer closes right now. Once I end this live stream, it closes. Lions plus eagles plus the dragons. Okay, that's fine. We go for it. All right. So guys, use the coupon code GMD Bronze once you are on the page. Okay. Yes, Chinelo says that there is no tickets more expensive than what Dr. Smith is committed to. Yes. I mean, we are pushing, and that's just for Dallas, right? We still have for London, for Dubai, for Lagos. Come invest in yourself. Come show up for yourself. Say yes to yourself. I mean, Grant said that a lot of people wake up saying no to themselves. But you be among those that will say yes to yourself. What you're paying in investment is almost nothing.
Sarah, you need to accept the panelists. I've been trying to invite you for a while now. You just need to accept.
Can they raise their hands?
No, I have even been trying to pull her up. She just needed to accept the invitation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that's Tara, right?
Yes, that's Tara. But there's also Departure Chi.
Okay, Departure Chi. I've seen her.
Maybe that's the handle she's using because there's one Tara.
I've seen her.
Probably she didn't use her name. So Tara, I guess you didn't use your name.
I think she's here now. She's up now. Is that you, Tara?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay. Oh, hi. We can't hear you yet. Please unmute.
Okay, I am so sorry. I am here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, it's good to see you. You look fresh.
Thank you. I'm feeling all at home. I'm with my Nigerian family. Yes.
Do you have any connection here?
I do. I have family in Nigeria, so I'm loving it. I'm loving this. In Lagos.
Oh wow, interesting. Okay, so just give us a brief intro about yourself. Let's meet you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I am Tara L. Page. I'm the creator and founder of the outdoor living lifestyle brand, The Patio Chick, and I curated an online community of over 238,000 women of color in the past 2 years. So super excited to be here with all of you. And thank you so much, Dr. Stephen, for having me, and Timmy for fielding these questions.
Amazing. So nice to have you here. So 230 something thousand women. How long did that take you to build? 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, I started April 23rd of 2020, and to date we're 238,000, and we have 100,000 plus women waiting to get in. It just takes time to get in.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's so good. Okay, so tell us. So you're coming to speak to us at the Global Wealth Festival.
Yes.
What does wealth mean to you? What
You
do
know,
think it takes to
go
be
ahead.
wealthy, and would you consider yourself wealthy?
You know what? I consider, after listening and I'm honestly like listening to Dr. Cheryl and listening to Grant, and listening, you think of like,
you've been here all the while?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Oh my goodness, nobody told us.
I don't know what was going on. I was like, I'm here, y'all, I'm here. But, listening to them, they have like the same definition. Wealth for me is being in proximity, connecting with people and being able to pick up the phone and call folks. But wealth is also health. So understanding that you are healthy enough to keep going. And when you do take that final call, to glory or wherever you're going, that your wealth will sustain you and it will continue to last. So I just look at it as, proximity, health, and long lasting. So legacy.
So when you say proximity, what do you mean?
Proximity is what we're talking about. This Global Wealth Festival is proximity. It's getting in the room with people like my girlfriend Benicia, getting in with like Uncle G, like you said, getting in with Dr. Stephen and talking to people, because you don't know what that relationship will, what will happen in that relationship. You don't know how it will, just grow, and you don't know what will come out of that. You could be able to just, pick up the phone and call and say, listen, this is what I'm doing. Boom. There's a deal on the table now. There's a deal on the table. So being in proximity and being here, I like to tell people, and what I say to folks all the time is like, listen, when you go to the Global Wealth Festival, this is the golf course. This is where deals are made. Jump in. Get on the course. This is where you have an opportunity to say, hey, listen, this is how I can bring something to you, and this is how you can bring something to me. Let's work a deal. Let's strike this up. Let's make something happen. So this is a golf course. Get your clubs and come on out and let's make some deals.
Amazing. I love the spirit. So tell us, what should people expect from you at the events?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a master at community building. So if you have a community, or if you have a business and you want to get into building community, that is very, very important. But I've also learned and understand now how to curate, not only curate that community, but I know how to monetize that community. And I was able to monetize my community to multiple six figures, and that means everything. So it's okay to build, but now what do you do with it when you build? So that's what I'll be bringing to the table. How do you build a community, and how do you monetize that community?
Amazing. I need to ask Sarah, how many of your 238,000 women are coming to Global Wealth Festival?
You know what? I'm going to get on the horn and say, listen, how many of y'all getting in here? Like, this is the golf course. This is where you need to be. So we have definitely, we got our flyers. We are ready to rock and roll. We are definitely pushing to get the folks out. Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome.
So they will be in the building, because proximity is everything. So I am so excited to be here.
I just love you already. Come on, I cannot wait to hug you when I see you.
Oh, and I am a lover of hugs, and you're not joking. I cannot wait, honey. I am excited. But wait a minute, somebody got to bring me some jollof rice.
Don't tell me you love that stuff.
Listen, I love it. I love it. I tell you, I'm from there for real. Like, I really have family there. Like, seriously.
Oh, nice. Okay, noted. Amazing. Thank you so much. So, if you had to tell someone why they should be at this event, what would you tell them? How would you, convince them that, come on, you need to be here?
Well, I have to piggyback on what Grant said in your words, Uncle G, is, you first of all, you have to say yes to yourself. So saying yes to this event is saying yes to yourself. But then saying yes to this event is betting on you. You cannot get anywhere without investing in you and on you. You have to bet on you. You have to invest in you, and you have to be in the place so that you can connect to the right people. Proximity is everything. And if you're not willing to invest in yourself, to put you in the building, to make the deals, to make you go further, then, you're not ready for success. So bet on you, bank on you, get in the building, get on the golf course, and let's make something happen right here. This is proximity, baby.
Wow. Right now, I feel like sharing my name with you. So they call me the electric Tammy. But hey, you are serving me electricity right now.
Let's go. I love it.
I call you the electric Tara.
Come on. I'll take it. I will take it.
Thank you so much, Tara. It's been great chatting with you. Thank you so much.
I'm great to see you. Mrs. Felicita says she's bringing you some jollof rice. Right?
Listen, I am here for it. So absolutely, yes.
Okay, good. I look forward to seeing you. I can't wait to meet you. I love your energy.
Thank you so much for having me. It is an absolute pleasure.
Welcome.
Amazing. Okay, guys. So that's one of our speakers who just experienced. Do you guys have questions for her? Let me know. Let me ask in the chat. Is there anything you want to ask her before she leaves? Now, remember that where you can get the full dose of her electricity is right at www.globalwealthfestival.com. Guys, you need to stop feeding crumbs, okay? Stop feeding on crumbs. What we're serving you here it's a tip of the iceberg. It's a tip of the iceberg. You can able to get into the room. Proximity is everything, right? So I'm going to ask you, Tara, I think this may just go for everyone. Okay, yes, in fact, I had this question already in my head. So someone said, how do you monetize your community? You will learn this when you come for the Global Wealth Festival. She will break this down at the festival. So my question to Tara was going to be, Tara, will you be opening up slots for some mentorship, to mentor some people who will want to create and monetize their communities?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Always. I'm, and I listening to my sister Benicia talking about, connecting and mentoring. That's the true way to wealth. You know what I mean? Like every little bit you get, you got to give some back. You know what I mean? When you're blessed, you have to be a blessing. So sometimes it's just really sitting down and listening to people and being able to give them some direction. So absolutely, I am absolutely open. We'll be opening up some more slots for mentorship. Yes, indeed.
Guys, you heard us say it. So if you want to have a dose of our awesomeness, you want to have a dose of our electrifying energy, you want to be in the room so that when she opens up slots for her mentoring program, you will be right there to snag your spots. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much. No other question, right? Yes. Thank you, Tara. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Y'all take care.
Yes, thank you. Okay, then. So I think we have one more speaker. I'm not sure if he's here. Brennan is not here.
I'm not sure he's here.
Okay, so guys, do you have questions for DSA?
We will.
Let me interview him. Do you have questions for Dr. Stephen Akitaya?
We'll be repeating this next week, Tuesday, for the speakers that we couldn't get to come today.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm ready. I'm ready to take the questions. Oh yeah, hit me.
Guys, do you have questions for our chief hosts? Do you have questions? So I'm going on Facebook to see if there are questions hanging there as well. So guys, I see comments. People say that they're excited. They want to be in real estate. Fantastic. I see you all. But talk to me. Do you have questions? Okay, Blessing is saying, how do you start a real estate business? Okay, I think you need to go spend some hours on DSA's YouTube page. He has overflogged this topic, right? How do you start? There are tons and tons of videos right there for you to watch. Okay. Father Day is saying, how do we partner? What do you mean partner? You want to partner with the company as what? Talk to me. How do you partner in what area? Do you mean partner as a sponsor? Yes, we have rooms for you to be a partner, to be a sponsor. Yes, we have partner in real estate. Okay. How so? You want to buy from us or to sell for us? You want to sell to us, right? But hey, we are open to it. We are open to it. And somebody is saying that it feels like disappearing to Dallas already. Please go and meet the people in your village to give you broom so that you just fly on the broom and just land on the Dallas. Oh God. Let me see. When are you bringing these dragons to Nigeria? So we are having a Nigeria edition in October. Okay. And it will happen for 2 days. So after now, we're going to Dubai, we're going to London, then we go to Lagos. Okay. But hey, you need to be in all. And guess what? You can even be a virtual attendant of all of them for the price of 2, or is it price of 3 or so? Very super affordable. Okay, I think I have one question for you, and we will call it a night here and maybe an afternoon over there. Somebody's asking that, what will you call the true secret of transformation? You're muted. Okay. Go ahead.
Transformation. I don't think, honestly, there's just one secret. However, I think the discipline to do what is required to move to the next level is one of the what you can call the true secret. You have to do what's required. You have to pay the price. Well, one of the most annoying thing for me is when people see me and they think I'm lucky, and they don't have an idea of the discipline, the sacrifice, what I have had to do. So if you don't have that discipline, I mean, it takes a lot for you to say, you know what, I want to invest in the US, but you know what, I'm going to put in $400,000 to change people's life, even before buying the first property. That's discipline. That's transformation right there. But to do it requires some guts, some courage, some tenacity to say, I will do whatever it takes to make it happen. But you and I need to get there. A lot of people want success, but they don't want to pay the price. They want what comes with it, but they don't want to pay what goes with it. So it doesn't work that way. So somebody's saying that they are not able to pay $47. They're able to pay $97. Of course, go pay the $97. I told you now, the price has changed. It's now $400 for the virtual ticket. All right. So that you're able to save $47 on it is an issue. So I guess, Tammy, can you reach out to Jamie if you can give us a coupon code to reduce it back to $47 for some of the people here? But are you sure that when you click on it, it was giving you 97? Let me see. And for those of you joining us from Africa, you have the pay stack option, right? Because some of you, if you use, you have the opportunity to use pay stack, and pay stack has a way of then allowing you to pay in your local currency. But I think, so 2 people are confirming that the price point at the moment is it's $47. So, okay, that's fine. We're going to give you some time, probably give you 1 hour before we adjust it. And which number can we give people who are struggling so that when the code is gotten, they can just reach out to that number and the code will be given to you. So let me give you Joshua's number. So you can reach out to this number
Okay, you mean the code for them to get at $47? No, it's $97 now.
It has been reduced to $47 now.
No, it's 97. That's the price for the virtual tickets.
Oh, it's not $47.
No, it's not. It's 97. It should be $97. Yes.
But when you get to the landing page, what is still showing $47, and then
Oh, that's an error. That's an error, please. That's an error. The tickets for virtual is $97.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, so it should be 197. Then 97 is the promo price.
I had said they should increase it to $400 now. Right?
Please, let's keep it at the 97 for this night. Okay.
I won't do this night. You know, I will do an hour from now. So pay your 97, but I need them to even go and put it right now. So talk to the IT team. It's $400. We can give some the coupon code to pay 197. That's fine, right? Because we're having too many people going for the virtual, and we're not having enough people going for the physical, and we need you to come physical. I want to see people physically, right? I love virtual. Virtual is good. But I want to see you guys, right? Face to face, right? So go now, make your payment.
And guys, you are getting a lot of bonuses attached to the virtual tickets.
Yeah, the company just gave another $1,000 worth of value.
The Netpreneur package, yes, for its only softwares, yes. You're getting access to the live stream, access to Sinapé University, the Global Property Brokers Conference for last year, Billionaire Habit Masterclass. You're getting all of this for the price of just $97. It is a steal, guys. It is a steal for $97. So please go get it. All right, go pay what you should pay. Go pay. But because the price goes to $400 right now. Okay, so that's correct. Rebecca, thanks for paying. It's $97. Forgive our error. We will work on it right now. Thank you very much, everyone. Before it jumps up to $397, go and pay.
By the way, for those of you in Dallas, we're having a volunteer meeting today by 6 p.m. Here at Renaissance Hotel, Richmond. So please, we'd love to have you around. We need to get more of the word out. I want the venue packed. The venue can take as much as 1,300. So I want it packed, and that's what's going to be worth it. I will be excited investing this kind of money. By the way, if everybody pays for the event, does not cover the cost for information. So this is not about making money. This is about adding value, to the community. And you can do the calculation yourself. If everybody even pays, it will not cover the cost of the event. But I would love the venue to be filled, because that means you value what the sacrifice we've made. You value what we've put into making this happen. I love you all, and thank you so much for being part of the event today. And see you next week, Tuesday. We're going to get a few more speakers in for you. Harold Johnson. Harold, feel free to go and register and get your tickets as well. Says, can I have good link to all the speakers? How can you have good link to all the speakers? Right? You need to attend the event. If you don't want to see the speakers at the event, if they're willing to meet you, they will meet you. Things don't work that way. I've done in my book, The Billionaire Code and the Billionaire Habits, how to network with billionaires. Right? So you don't see somebody show up at an event like this and just say, oh, I want their contact. And you're even dropping your email. So we should just ship you their numbers. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Well, go read, what I've taught you in my book. That's not how you connect with successful people, okay? That's how you do it. Please kindly tell us once more how you get started. I think these are all questions. Okay. I want to thank all of you for coming once again. Remember, the website is www.globalworldfestival.com. You can go now, and if you're coming in person, use the coupon code GMD Bronze, and you will be able to get it. Instead of $1,000, you get ticket for just $200, right? So, and then if you're doing the virtual instead of $400, you can get it for $97. So go get your ticket now. I love you all. Bye bye. Good night.